Alright, welcome back to our 2020 beer review. This time we have our 5th beer of the year. This was our Hazy IPA.
Oh yeah.
Basically we went around, each person kind of picked a style to decide what we kind of wanted to brew. We wanted to branch out a little bit as well. This one we wanted to make a play on our IPA, but we wanted to kind of touch base with the Hazy IPA. So in our recipe we kind of added some oats and things of that nature to kind of cloud it up a little bit. We changed the yeast up and we actually bumped the IBUs and we really bumped up the amount that we dry hopped with. So our numbers for this one, we were ABV around 5.5, IBU of around 50, SRM of about 5.6. So we were in that range, but the biggest piece of this was we dry hopped with a lot more hops this time. So this one, necessarily by the numbers, shouldn't be too much more bitter than our other IPA offering, but the aroma should really come through. So this should really showcase kind of what the dry hop process does, and kind of bumping that up, what that kind of gets us.
Yeah, and we have a couple iterations with some pineapple juice from concentrate and from not from concentrate. So we got all three of them, I believe, right here in front of us to try. This was my choice. I like IPAs, so I've been inspired by the Hazy IPA craze. And here's Thor right here. He also likes IPAs. So probably slipped on a couple of them. But yeah, I was interested in trying a Hazy, so we embarked on that. Like Jason said, we changed our IPA a little bit. This one has different hops in it. I think we have.
Yep, the grain, we added some oats, like I was saying, to kind of add a little bit of cloudiness. We changed the yeast a little bit. Yeah, we changed the hops. We decided what hops, based on the characteristics, which ones you liked.
Yeah.
I believe we did 3. We did Mosaic, Citra, and Galaxy.
Yep.
And then we also dry hop with all 3 of those. So we wanted that complexity on the dry hop side as well, to really smell and those features that come through.
Yeah. Let's try this out.
Let's get it going.
I already know what it tastes like, but we'll start off with the
How?
I drank a lot.
Oh.
This is the control.
Nice.
See that smoke. Smoking down.
Pretty dark.
That's the same thing I was just thinking. The head looks a little bit different too. Doesn't look like a pure white head, I don't know. It's a pretty dark IPA.
Yeah, it's more on that copper style.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
copper color, because I think
For sure.
I think we're reading before the American was between more of a pale color and a more of a copper color. This one was
Okay.
slightly closer to kind of a copper
Okay.
color.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think
Look
we
at
wanted
that.
really to add a lot of the oats and a lot of the other elements in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it
Okay.
a go. Let's give it a try. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Our Hazy IPA.
Hazy IPA.
You can smell it a
Right
lot
away.
more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the kisser.
What do you think, Thor?
And it's not too much more bitter than our other IPA when it comes down to it, because it's about the same IBU, but the smell.
I get more bitterness.
I feel like it hits a little harder.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I definitely get more bitterness than our normal.
Okay. Which is weird, because I think it's a point or 2 less than our other one.
I get
So it's
pretty big.
smell's probably a big factor of it then.
It could be. Yeah.
The smell,
I get a big full mouth.
because
feel.
by the numbers,
It's
less.
less. Stronger and harder,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
This is way different than the normal IPA that we'd be pulling. Just because based on the actual aroma and the full body, I get a lot of full body taste to
Yeah,
it.
it did it. It's all there. Color's a little darker, but it's a little hazier. I personally remember it being a little lighter earlier when we first brewed it and bottled it and drank it. It's a little lighter in color, a little hazier,
Yeah.
like a goldenish but like murky color. But this is darkened up quite a bit. But the head retention is great. The aroma off the top is good.
aroma's nice, yeah.
It's full mouth feel. It's a good rendition of the hazy. It's the control without any pineapple.
Yeah.
It's different than I remember. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's more flavorful than I remember
I
the
agree.
control being.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a solid
I think
beer.
smell drives the taste a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to, because
I
by the
agree.
numbers, this is less bitter than the other one.
I
The other one
taste a
doesn't
lot more
smell.
hops in this.
Yeah.
It has to be
And
from
again,
the smell
like you said,
perceiving your
Yeah.
perception of it.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, I get a little bit of, you know,
Yeah.
that bitter,
Mm-hmm.
bitter tang to it right off the bat. I think it's nice and smooth.
So I guess it's a great learning lesson. Smell, really big piece of
The
it.
dry
real
hop,
big
yeah.
piece of it.
I don't
Is
taste
it
that
smooth at
sweetness
the end?
either. I don't
Yeah.
taste the sweetness, so
No.
maybe the bitterness is coming through even more because the sweetness isn't there on the front.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is very solid for an
This is an
IPA.
IPA. When I think IPA,
This is
IPA.
exactly-
I would like more bitterness than this for like a.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't find this is that bitter.
It's
way
bitter.
more
It's
bitter
more
than
bitter
the
than
first
the
one.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah.
The smell is more.
You taste more bitter?
Not
I
that
100% taste more bitter in
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
What do you think, Zach? More bitter than
Yeah, I think it is more bitter than the other one.
Because look at Zach's color of his beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the last pour.
Okay, at the last
first.
pour. Okay, I got you. It's just it's different than I remember it being.
Uh huh.
I remember it
I agree
being
with that. Yeah.
lighter in color,
Yeah, I
golden
do too.
murkiness, like a darker color than the cap almost.
Uh huh.
Almost like a golden
I
color.
hate to do this. I wonder if we've got a control and get another control just to see if there's any
You're in
variance.
on some control, right? You'll have some control. You'll have control.
Okay.
I think
So-
is there any control there or not?
Do you for the
It's
control?
only a big boy, and it looks the same color.
That's interesting.
Very dark.
Really?
Well, let's see what the other three are.
You know,
What the other
It's
two
the
are.
same kind of.
Yeah.
Jay,
quite dark compared
You
to
said more pineapple juice.
The other one.
Than the lighter they're gonna get.
Probably right.
Like, it
Compared to
makes
this
sense.
color.
I mean,
Pineapple's
look
more
at
like-
these.
it makes
These are the,
sense.
that's the 5 pound.
This
These
is
are the
harder than
5.
these two.
These are the
It
5
appears
pounders.
to be right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we'll see when we pour. but-
So control. Do we like the bitterness level?
I think it's good where it's at. I can always go more.
Okay. Because I think we did kind of true to style guidelines under 50 IBU. I think hazy is not as bitter as a traditional
Okay.
IPA, or what we like, I suppose. We like a lot of the hoppier ones, like Brother Benjamin's pretty hoppy, the
Like
90-minute IPA.
Shout out.
You know, we like those that are a lot more, you know, maybe even closer to the 100 IBU. So, you know, so maybe that's what we expect more for an IPA. I believe for a hazy, like I believe this was around 47 IBU compared to the other one was 50. But I think the aroma kind of gets you in the mindset and it carries through. So the bitterness we like, the color, probably lighter, right?
If we can, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
A
can.
little dark.
We can
You
do
go
anything.
in, like in between those two, you know? For an
Yeah.
IPA.
Smell we liked. How about the carbonation? I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Crisp,
I think
refreshing.
so.
I
Nice.
like this control a lot.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, I think I got the notes. You want to crack the next one, son? We'll go for the 2.5. I think there's a lot of great aspects of that control that we just had. I think that's a very solid offering.
I agree.
Wow.
Drastic difference.
Way
Yeah, because there's-
different.
Yep.
There's 2.5 pounds of, so that's more like a quarter of a gallon or something.
You got control.
That's
Beer.
control.
That's the control. I
So
don't
that's,
know, just-
that's like a third
It
of a
looks
gallon.
red
of-
almost, though. You know
It's
what I
like a
mean?
third of a gallon of pineapple juice, right? Approximately.
Right around there.
Yeah, it's a big
Huge
difference.
difference.
Yours looks more true, like almost like a mix, but that's a lot darker.
Considerably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
Because that almost reminds me of the
Yeah.
fucking whip.
Yeah.
What does this does?
This.
No, the middle one.
No, it doesn't look like the wit. That's darker.
No,
It's
I-
purple.
This looks
No.
like
The
the.
wit's closer to this.
Yeah.
This looks like.
Oh, the raspberry.
yes.
With raspberry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. You can smell pineapple heavy on this.
So this is the.
Last one, Steve.
And I think it takes away from the bitterness, though.
Please.
This is 2.5.
Like, I always smell sweetness. I have a poor sense of smell, though.
No.
So I smell
it's weird.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. Do you remember when we bottled? We actually thought we had smelled it in the control.
Right, because the hops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of the, maybe a Citra, Mosaic, one of them
Yeah.
I believe had that as a, representation of one of the tastes that it brought
Mhm.
off. Yes, I agree though. It smells very strongly like pineapple.
Yep.
I feel like it takes away from the, because I love the smell of that one.
So
I love the smell of the control.
I am going back, and I'm saying, it used to be this was my top.
Oh boy.
I like the control
Oh, my
even better
God.
now than adding the pineapple.
Wait till you try the 5-pounder.
I think the 5-pounder is going to blow me out the water with sweetness.
Did it get sweeter?
It does taste like it did.
I haven't tried this one yet.
I don't know.
Try
It's a
it,
good
Because
question.
mine tastes pretty fucking
I
sweet.
feel like it got sweeter.
Before I try it, look at this is what a hazy should look like.
Yeah.
That, yes, color is
Yeah.
very nice.
This
on
was the
that.
last pour too.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
usually
yours is
that's
clear.
because right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All
right.
clear.
Because it all settles
Yeah.
for. It's been what, fucking
Yeah.
6-7 months. It's been sitting there,
Yeah.
so it all settled out.
This is almost too sweet already.
Oh
2.5.
my God, mamma mia.
To your point, Chris, I love that fucking color. I love that
Yeah.
color. That's about what I would expect.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a hazy.
Haziness, color.
Yeah.
Hazy
Let's do that.
pineapple IPA.
That's a hazy right here.
Yep.
This is like
With pineapple.
nice, really nice. Yeah, because that's kind of what I would
I think
expect.
it's too sweet.
Yes.
Do I think it's too sweet?
The smell overpowers the hops.
Right now, this is too sweet. 2.5 is too sweet.
Did you think that before?
I originally did not. So, based on tasting it right now, the control is my favorite. This is too much sweetness to it. I don't know if it's my pour, this bottle, but it's just not.
And that's a great point, guys. I think we should do, to your guys' point, a few different reviews when we first do it, because we all thought this darkened up, right? So
Wait,
we don't
yeah.
know if that's true or not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So if we did multiple reviews, we
When
could kind
When
of,
did we do it? Do you know when we bottled?
yeah.
Wasn't it like,
I'm sure I took a photo.
it had to have been like October.
We, is the 7th of October,
Yeah.
October 7th.
Because I remember I gave you the pineapple juice at Josh's wedding.
Yeah, October 7th we bottled. So I'd be curious to know if it got sweeter, if it got darker.
That was color. See, I don't know what one that is.
That's
That
darker.
looks just like
It
kind
is
of like the one that
That's
Zach's got right there.
Yeah.
That looks like
looks
that.
yeah. It's hard to tell, but yeah. Maybe that's the control. Oh, you don't know which one it is.
I do not.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, right. Okay. So it's, yeah, hard to say. Okay. But that's just good to
It's
know.
good to
That's
know,
good to know. We can dial the color and that's not a big issue. We
Yeah.
know what our grain's gonna be like, so we can dial that in. So, but off the rip, I mean, the smell is, I feel like it overpowers the hops. Like the control, I like it kind of sets your expectations for the tasting, right? You put your nose into it before you drink it, and it was nice and hoppy. It had a complexity too of those 3 different hops. So I think there's some great elements of this.
Yeah, maybe if we dial back the sweetness of it a little bit.
Right, and that's the beauty of it too. We can do less than this. Maybe do one pound per gallon. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Make that the high.
Yeah, make this the high end of the spectrum, and maybe cut that in half, and maybe even beef up the dry hop on that a little more, because we know this is going to take away from the dry hop a little bit, based on more extreme example, because the sweetness kind of rises to the top in terms of aroma.
When we were drinking this after we bottled, I do remember that the 2.5 was like my favorite. It was solid. I
I
felt
agree.
like it wasn't too strong.
Mhm.
But now that we're drinking it right now in January, I feel like it does seem a little sweeter than it did originally.
Yeah.
Right, I agree. I agree. That was my impression too. I thought I was going to like this one the most.
Because I really enjoyed this beer. The 2.5 specifically.
Everybody we gave it to enjoyed
Yeah.
it as well.
Yeah.
I think this
It
was
was a
your
good
favorite that we've done,
It
right?
was, yeah.
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 I enjoyed it too.
'Cause it hits all the bases. I mean, the control, you know, hit the hazy on the nail, I think.
Okay.
IBUs was good.
Yeah.
The
Smell
color
was
was
nice. Color was nice, right?
color initially.
Because
I
this
thought was
color to
good.
me is top notch. This is
Yeah.
what I want to see out of a
Yeah.
hazy.
Yeah.
It has that nice cloudiness. It's not too dark,
Yes.
but it's a little bit on the lighter side, but it has a little bit of complexity.
Carbonation is great on
Carbonation,
this.
look at the head.
Look
It's
at all the
tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I
Retention
think
is
this
great.
is, it's balanced. It's a great beer. And
Mhm.
The 2.5 pound is sweet.
Mhm.
But this is the original pour. It's still holding the head.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
exactly. And that, yeah, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that 5 pound.
Yeah, where's that 5 boy at?
It's sitting, it's
We want some juice.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be,
Yeah.
I mean, Steve had some earlier.
This is too sweet though.
What did you think? Was it too sweet?
No, not
It
at
was
all.
good?
The 5?
He had 5
Strong,
earlier.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. I'm curious. Excellent. Okay, good.
Is there another one over there?
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, it's two.
Throw
You're
it back.
gonna have to help us out on this one. We're about 19 beers
About-
deep.
yeah.
Don't worry, we're not driving.
No.
Whoa!
Head.
I don't think there's enough carbonation.
And you know what? What we recently did was stepped up to have a consistent carbonation system. And I think that's really going to play a lot in the future because this one I was kind of manually hooking 2 at a time. But now I got the apparatus where I can do up to 6 kegs at a time.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think some of these are inconsistent because of that. You know, the time on CO2. But we've kind of solved that problem now. So a lot of the inconsistencies that we see here, you know, we can work around now.
It's interesting color comparison. I mean, I know there's a lot
It's
of
lighter for sure.
There's a lot I have to dissipate, but you look at this, it's the 2.5. and
Which
that's the
makes,
5.
yeah,
It's,
It's similar.
it's similar, yeah.
might be a
Maybe
little
slight-
darker.
I guess it's hard to say because that's the end of that.
I think it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Depends on where you're pouring in the bottom.
Yeah, because the yeast is
Yeah,
up
the
in the
sediment,
bottom.
yeah. It's going to be a little bit
Yeah.
dark, which what yours looks like to be. The initial
Mhm.
pour like Zach has off the rip.
Yeah.
It's clearer, yeah. It's true.
And top them off on that phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your cup, Steve?
You gotta slug that bourbon.
We got our IT guru over there in the corner. The supervisor.
Ooh, you smell that one?
Smells hoppy.
It smells something. Sweet.
What are you doing?
I got a lot of 2.5 pounds. Yeah, I got 2.5 to drink.
You want an apple or?
I need it. What are your thoughts so far? Sipping on it.
Not ahead.
I can smell right off the bat. I'm getting a lot.
From way over there?
Yeah, way over there. I smell it. I said, pineapple? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Smells like a dome pineapple.
Is there one you want to play the ukulele and?
Yeah.
What do you think? Tell us about it. Hit us with it.
Yeah.
5 hops.
Out of
What-
5
what
hops,
do you think?
So I love the control. That's the best one. My least favorite is the 5.
Mhm.
In the middle would be the 2.5.
Okay.
I think we're honestly better going back to control. At first, my favorite was at 2.5. I thought it was the best beer that we brewed the whole year.
Okay.
I said that multiple times when we did do it. I think now it's a little bit sweeter for my palate when we're taking a look at all the beers together as a whole.
Sure.
This style overall, this beer, I would say we're at a 3.9
Okay.
out of 5. Very solid. I'd like to go back to the basics, go back to control, make some small changes. Drop the pineapple. You know, I think it was a good opportunity to
Right,
see.
maybe even do like a 1 or a 1 pound.
Oh yeah, if we could
Really
do a
what you're
small
saying,
amount,
right, yeah.
do a smaller amount.
That
of
way the
pineapple.
hops, because
I like the aroma, the smell, the taste of the actual control itself.
Okay.
I think it was a good show of an
and
IPA.
something maybe to complement it. To your
Yeah.
point, right?
Not
Okay.
overpower it. I feel like it's a little bit overpowering now with the amount. To your
Okay.
point.
All right, Zach, what would you say, buddy?
So initially, like when we first bottled, I absolutely loved the 2.5, but now drinking it, a few months later, it does seem a little sweet. So initially, I probably would have gave it a 4. Right now, I'll probably give it a 3.8.
Okay. I agree. I like us kind of reaching out, doing something a little bit different. I think my impression has been I like the control the best. Just because I like that smell, I like that aspect of it. To your point, Josh, the dry hop, I think that's really where it's at. And kind of like we've been talking, I think that really kind of sets you up for the tasting notes that kind of ensue from there. So my favorite, I think, has consistently been the control, and I'm going to say it's a 3.8. I think we have a good solid base.
Yep.
But I think if we can add the appropriate amount of pineapple, I think we really have something. I think we got a good solid base. I think it's above average, nothing special. But I think with just a little bit of pineapple to have that sweetness, but still have that aroma of the dry hop come through. And maybe if we can up the dry hop a little bit to make sure that comes through a little bit stronger, I think that'd be really
I
nice.
feel you gotta kind of find that sweet spot in terms of the amount of pineapple that you add that will last from like the moment we bottle to like
Yeah, right. Yes, I
that'll
agree.
hold consistently.
Yep, I agree. How about you, Chris?
I would say a 4.0 even.
Okay.
And like you guys said, especially Zach, you said the 2.5 pound was right where it was at. I thought it was perfect. 5 pound off the bat, I thought was overpowering. Still, it's a little sweeter than the rest of them. Obviously, the control is where it's at
Okay.
as it aged. Initially, I thought the 2.5 pound was where it was at, but the control as it aged was obviously better. It holds itself. We have to hone in on where we think the pineapple percentage
should be.
needs to Yeah.
Okay.
So 4.0.
I agree. So that's going to give us a 3.875. So Pine Rope Brewing Company, our Hazy IPA, inspired by Chris. Me and Chris kind of working on the recipe there. He had the inspiration to do something a little bit different. We wanted to branch out because we thought we could bring more to our IPA. So we settled on the Hazy IPA. We had the pineapple, thought that was a great idea, and we landed at 3.875 Pine Rope. Cheers.
Cheers.